This field was home to legends like Bellino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. And this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Navy Midshipmen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Midshipman offense is on the field to start this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
A little release to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Navy will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Kennesaw State's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Davis looking to pass. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And they're not on the same page there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quickly complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Davis will throw. He's got his man across the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
On the move, it's Dobbs. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
29 Philly.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Navy will go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And 3rd down is money now. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field. Make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big 1st down.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. He'll keep it himself. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Davis looking to pass. Using the quick game. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for it.
Grabbed in the backfield. It stops. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Dobbs. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Setting up the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Davis will throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
That's an awesome-looking carry, and you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got a man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Bulls his way forward. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in.
Green 25.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Coming out with it, it stops. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Davis looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab. It's Rudolph. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
That's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Trying to get to him. Takes a hit as he fires. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. He's going to pass. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking for an open area to his left.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Gonna run it. It's stopped. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Line gets set. First down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Toss sweep to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I don't think the defense was expecting run on that play. Second in forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Davis will throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 9 to Florida State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
On the ground with the counter. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Dobbs. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide out in motion. Davis looking to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And down he goes back to the 3.
And they had so much success moving the football down the field. Now you're a little bit stuck. Negative play, back to back. Got to get back to some of that stuff you did on this drive that you had success with.
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kennesaw Kennesaw State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Navy offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He uncorks one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need...
Touchdown, midshipmen! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kennesaw St, 24, Navy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Pitts. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. On the move at the 30. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Forget the running game stuff. We're playing with a pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made.
Touchdown, Navy! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive. But the offense, a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
He'll bring it out. It's Dobbs. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Davis will throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Second down pass. Complete to the wideout.
Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Gearing up for a first down.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Powers through the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Come on, this is our last chance.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. He's looking to pass. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go along.
Yeah, and it's just